From now until the end of time, we'll stay in your kitchen and talk shite. Evening.
Good afternoon. Willkommen.
Morning. Guten Tag, as they say in France. Episode whatever we're on. Five, probably. Yeah, so we're doing this in the daylight this time. Look at that. Just natural lighting. It looks well on us both, I would say. Personally.
That hairline.
It'll happen to you. Look at your dad. It'll happen to you. He'll wake up one day and just be there on the pillar waiting for you.
Well, I'm older than you and it's not happened yet. So
No.
I'm already at an advantage.
It's funny that I'm the youngest one in the band despite looking 47. So think on. Looks at not all the disabilities are visible. You know what I mean? Some of them are in my case. But so lists of the week, Nathan. I think as I did, I let myself ramble on a lot last time, so I'm doing it again. I know. Shine On. That's not the same band, anyway.
No, it's not.
Shine On, you crazy Zeppelin. There we go. So go on.
Mate.
So what a start this is.
Lists of the week, yeah.
Yeah, we've started like fucking Southampton in the season.
Well, we've started like this band's name, Destination Fucked. What a perfect fucking segue that was.
Final Destination's first draft title.
Yeah, that's the one. Destination
Fucked.
They're 100% on fucking 2000 Trees Festival. I saw that on the timeline today. I was like, I don't know where it is or what kind of music's on, but
how many trees they have? Terrible.
Anyway,
shocking.
But I'll tell you who else should be on there, which is one of my other favourites of the week, is the building site Nuns.
I'll tell you there's a story behind that, right? I was walking past a building site in my duties as a job, and I saw a nun. I saw a couple of nuns near a building site.
There you go.
It's got a backstory.
Simple background to that, but a great one nonetheless. Building site Nuns.
There you go.
Also reminds me of when somebody sent me a picture of 3 nuns at a bus stop, and they just said, "Look, it's 3 nuns at a bus stop. Get that on the fucking list."
Oh, either that or hardcore Newcastle fans, also known as cunts.
Very good.
Get the badge in there. There we go.
Get the badge in.
Right. Is them your ones? Is them your lists?
They're my favourite ones this week, yeah.
Well, I've got several.
Okay.
Because
as per usual.
New tattoos this week. So I was down at Odin's Eye Tattoo Collective, finest tattoo shop not only in Bury, but some would say in the country. I would say in the country. Mr. Sween and Mr. Left Hand Tony. If you're in need of a tattoo in the North Manchester area or anywhere, it's worth a commute to Odin's Eye Tattoo Collective. And they agreed to be. Both of them agreed because they both look hard. Because they've got tattoos on their face.
Yeah.
They both agreed to be in a music video, so that's useful for future reference. So, yeah. Cheers, Sween and Tony. But anyway, so the one that came up whilst I was having my tattoo done, and I had to request a short stoppage because I was laughing too much. Do you remember Daniela Westbrook?
I do.
Yeah. The one who, basically he was on about some news story where Sween and Tony were having a chat where they were on about some news story where she's had to have like this massive nasal reconstruction surgery because she's been sniffing beak for fucking non-stop for about 20 years. So then out of that came Sween said she's got a Subaru mono nostril. But followed up with, so this is one band name for the price of 2. Subaru, and then Tony said, but she does have massive norks. So, Subaru mono nostril and the massive norks. There you go.
That's brilliant.
So, speaking of norks, speaking as if we've been reading the Daily Sport, off Mr. Dylan Lynch's Twitch streams of a Tuesday evening entertainment, sometimes on a Sunday as well. Get yourself involved because it's good fun and good crack, and it's a very reliable source in chat for band names. Mm-hmm. So I've got 8 that came up off yesterday's. Okay. So first one, Little Gaviscon Firemen, The Herpes Demons, Pints as Penance, and then we get on to The Bloodhound's Fang, which was cool. That's quite good. But then we got on to the topic of Ben Shapiro is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, do you know of his sister?
Ms. Shapiro.
No, it was yes, Abigail Shapiro. Now she's a fascist, but she's quite good looking, so it leaves a lot of men conflicted. So a lot of good ones came off the comments leering at Abigail Shapiro. Despite being a fascist, she is somewhat conventionally attractive. So trad wife superfans. Abigail's ankles, Shapiro's norks, and clitoris hammer. So there you go. There's your Abigail Shapiro themed band name lists. Yeah, I know. Also, as well, just as I was on my way here, I saw that there's been a terrible natural disaster in Myanmar. Now, there's been I think there's hundreds of dead, thousands displaced. On the bright side, I saw 2 good names for bands on the fucking thing. So every cloud, literally every cloud, Cyclone Refugees.
Oh.
And the cyclone itself is called Mocha, but it looks like Mocha, the coffee, Cyclone Mocha. There you go. So yeah.
Sounds like something you'd order in Starbucks.
And as well of Stone Cold Sweethearts, as we mentioned last time, and they get another mention because Joey messaged me one before. Dead Deer Ditch. So Ditch. It's quite good. It's quite good. Triple D. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's it for me. Yeah.
Well, that's quite a lot of names of the week.
It is, yeah, and a lot
of strong entries. So.
A lot of strong entries, yeah. I've got more as well. Yeah, we'll get to that.
About 2,000 more to be specific.
Well, yeah. We'll get to that when we've run out of things to fill 20 minutes with. So, Nathan, anything?
Well, I did have a food festival the other week.
You did. We were going to make it a running theme and then forgot.
A running theme, and then I did forget.
Yeah.
So I've not forgotten this week. So coming in with the food festival edition at number 2.
Yes.
5 bands across a 1-day festival at Heaton Park or wherever you fucking like.
Yeah.
Manchester Road Park.
Well, don't dox yourself again, Nathan. He lives nowhere near Manchester Road. Anyway.
Well, it's a very long road.
Well, yeah, to be fair. It just goes all the way to Manchester, funnily enough.
It does. Anyway, first band on the day. They're an upcoming band.
All right.
But they're probably not going to get very far because they're called Vegan Rodent.
I know the story behind that. Which will lead on to the real band shout out later. So I won't say his name at the moment, because it'll ruin my joke for in about 5 minutes time. But yeah, a vegan friend of ours who won a 170 to 1 bet off my method of a goal and a card in both games. In one game and a goal, so it's easy. You've only got to pick 2, so you got to pick 2. 170 to 1. He put 50p on it. 80 quid won. Cunt. Cunt.
That is a 50p head fucking.
That's just
stake.
Fucking. Just put some real money on it. Lose like a man. I do your bollocks or don't bother.
Rat.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So that's why I called him a vegan rodent.
Yeah. Back out.
Edit that back out. Yeah, lovely. Edit your mum's back out.
So yeah, Vegan Rodent will be on at 1 o'clock sharpish.
Yeah.
And then the other one got about 35 minutes set because they haven't got that many songs.
Yeah.
And they probably do a cover of Dakota or something. I don't know. Anyway, so they're
apologies to Ash Palmer if you're listening to this, because
I fucking like Kelly Jones.
I know.
It was the first Radio 2 song I can think of.
With fucking Simon Mayo.
Fucking Steve Wright in the afternoon. Anyway, Okay, so yeah, vegan rodent, and then at 2 o'clock for a 20-minute swap over, we've got a maternity ward carvery.
Oh, I know where that one comes from as well. That's one of several on that list. If you've seen, there's a theme in this region of the list of Jamie Hutchinson showing me his set list before on a train, and he was using like little words to memorise it, and on it, because one bit was about a maternity ward, one bit referenced to carvery. So then he put maternity ward carvery. So my brain went, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you're ever in need of delivering a baby, make sure it's got plenty of gravy on it.
Call it Toby.
Hey, come on! Oh yeah. Oh.
Or not, because that's not a very good baby name.
Yeah, no. Don't call your son Toby, because he'll probably end up voting Tory.
Or become Spider-Man.
Either way, Spider-Man's a Tory. Spider-Man has legitimate concerns about immigration. Fuck off.
Fucking got it from his Uncle Norman. So yeah, maternity ward carvery. They'll be on at 2 o'clock for about 40 minutes.
Lovely.
And then when they go off stage, we've got the comeback tour of Tsunami the Chocolate. Their career has been an absolute whirlwind. Oh, speaking of whirlwind,
there it is.
Here's fucking Barkington back for episode 5.
Hey,
how are we, pal?
How are we, lad? Oh, keeps him a bit quiet if you get him on the table instead of his little claws on the floor. There we go. Oh, there we are.
How we
Well,
doing, buddy?
there's dog points. Come on.
Anyway,
Subscribe to the channel. We've got a dog. Rat.
You don't have a Tsunami the Chocolate because it'll fucking kill you.
Well, he's had a Tsunami de chocolate on a few public footpaths though, I bet. Got me new tattoo, Chester. That'll hurt. Left hand stroking. There you go.
Anyway, so they're. I think I've gone a bit too low on my list here.
Oh god.
We're now only at about 5 o'clock and I'm still.
Both
of these bands are going to do a Bruce Springsteen and play 3 hours each. Going to be the Grateful Dead, fucking 4 hours and 2 songs. Alright, Chester.
There we go. Calm down. Oh, fucking got me then.
But I don't know how many songs the Hamburger's mother are going to have. But if they're coming on at tea time and there's 6 hours of the festival left, they better fucking have a few.
Yeah.
Get a few fucking songs in there.
You found my other tattoo on my other arm there. Fucking hell. Tattoo seeker. There you go. Tattoo seeking missile.
Anyway, you ready for the headliner?
I'm ready.
Of Food Festival Edition 2 at Heaton Park.
I'm ready.
Electric Chippy.
Oh, Electric Chippy.
Oh.
They could. I see them being like Hot Chip, because the Hot Chip are very electronic, aren't they? So.
Well, Electric Chippy. They could definitely headline in my festival. Fucking no problem. So, yeah.
Speaking of food, right? Another one from Dylan's stream last night, because Dylan Lynch is an ardent unionist and hates the Irish nation. What came up in chat was, your potatoes are blighted. So there you go.
Love it.
The Dylan's not really a unionist, he's in the IRA, and you can see him in the IRA on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on twitch.tv/DTSLynch. There you go.
And sometimes on Sundays, like you said.
And sometimes on Sundays, yeah. There you go. Lovely. Another what we mentioned in the Patreon, the Patreon exclusives, which you can get for £1 at patreon.com/vulture authority. Vulture like the bird, authority like what's on your bin. Another good esteemed, as I'm wearing the Borough retro jacket, good friend of mine, Mr. Teesside Tifosi himself, Big Steve Fletcher, who does have to this date the best Twitter bio I've ever seen, and it will. I've convinced him to reinstate it when he took it off as well once, because it's so good, and it would be a perfect album name. Is As Northern as Killing Your Brother's Kestrel. There you go. Kez.
Come on, kids.
As well, before we get on to the real band shout out for the week, I thought there was I mentioned donk at the christening last week.
Yeah.
That came from Lulu, Mr. LJC. And what I forgot to say was which you could, because like all podcasting is like corner flag podcasting. You're just playing for time. Just shield the ball, get it in the corner flag. Route 1, and but yeah. So in the World Cup, which was one of the funniest ways someone's ever said anything to me about betting. It's like I've had every game so far to have two corners each team each half. It's a fucking banker that, isn't it? Hasn't fucking come in once. Oh yes.
Well, staying on the theme of football.
Yes.
If you rewind a couple of years to Euro 2020, that was in Euro 2021.
Yeah. The Euros that was originally slated to take place in all the cities of like loads across Europe.
Yeah.
And right, we've just had a global pandemic where travel has been impossible. Do you reckon we should keep that idea of doing it all across Europe? It doesn't make much sense. No, because we're UEFA and we like money. Let's fucking it's England versus Wales in Azerbaijan. Makes sense to me.
Oh, the Welsh love Baku, I've heard. Anyway.
I love a bit of a flame tower.
So, yeah, Euro 2020 was the year that England got to a final for the first time in a million fucking years.
Yeah, and the last. Come on.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
So we got to the final and we were all diving into the pub to watch it. To watch England fucking lose on penalties when it was on 2 players at fucking the 119th minute, take a penalty and you fucking missed them.
I remember that. Was this not the World Cup? Or was it this?
No, it was the Euros.
It wasn't the final though, but it must have been.
It was the final because we were stood in the pub and you can where the TV was, you can see the windows outside, and there was somebody walking the dog.
And then
and then Fionn blasted out with, "Who walks the dog at fucking kickoff?"
Great name for an album.
Which is a fucking sensational name for an album. Who walks the dog at kickoff?
Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah, it was a semi-final. So I remember.
No, it was the final.
No, was it? I'm needlessly arguing over that. But and it was whatever it was, and it was literally as you've got fucking Declan Rice, ardent Englishman, apparently, fucking pretending he wasn't in the IRA 3 years ago. The cunt. Yeah, so you've got all the fucking doing the national anthems like this, and then you just see a bloke, like in an England kit as well. Like, I'll just set off from my house and walk me chihuahua now.
Walking his English bulldog.
On his way to vote for Brexit illegally, 4 years after it happened.
He had a kind of Carlin in his house, didn't he?
Yeah. Here comes your dad. But yeah, so there's that. So on to the, because this channel we get a lot of views, Nathan. We get at least 100 every video, or we're on 90 for episode 5. So we might not do, so that record may be broken. But anyway, because we're massive, we like to shout out the smaller people, the insignificants. No, I'm joking. So yeah, just because people who don't, most bands get no airtime other than their own Instagram once a week when they post something. So it's like any little help you can give to anybody who's trying to do something creative, give it to them because they fucking need it. I know what I do. So
who's your favourite band of this week then, Mike?
So the first one that came up was one that came up on Apple Music Shuffle, which was a song called a band called Full Time Fraud. Excellent name.
Wow, I know a few of them.
Full Time Fraud with I Struck Gold, and I thought it was a great album name, great band name, great single name. Full Time Fraud, I Struck Gold. Is this the Frank Lampard autobiography? Fucking hell! How have you landed the Chelsea job?
Again.
Yeah.
Funny when you said that was the first person.
Fucking hell! How's he keep getting jobs? And speaking of frauds, our good friend Jamie Corrigan and his band, we've both argued with him about the band name for years because they were originally called the Poster Girls, which is a fucking really cool name, evocative.
I didn't know that actually.
Did you know? Well, I say it to him every time I fucking see him. So,
like it,
the Poster Girls, that's cool. But they changed it to Graceland, which is in the era of search engine optimization, Nathan. not the wisest decision. But they're at Graceland BND on Twitter and something like that on Jamie Corrigan 88. You can find him on there.
Yeah. Vegan rodents.
Yeah, really, yeah, and for as much I know. I love you as well. For as much shit as I give him, he's got some very good songs out. Baby Step Sunshine, belter. Mr. Mordecai's Garden, classic.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the new ones are
Summer
Shorts. That again, I told him, right, marketing, Jamie, right. When would you think would be a good time to release the song Summer Shorts? Not in January, like you did. Anyway, very good song. Needs work on marketing. But three exceptional lads, and you need to go and all fucking give them some shit on not shit, give them some love on social media. Yeah, go on, go. Not after you've watched this first.
Listen to Vulture Authority first, yeah, and then listen to Graceland.
Yeah. If you've got time, if you've not got time for Graceland, who could blame you? But no, on serious, just give them something because they're fucking. Jamie's a very good lad. So is George, the drummer, and David, the old bassist. They're very good boys. So go and give them some summit of something. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else, Nathan?
No. Well, I mean, I did discover a band recently who I will be watching in Boston, Massachusetts, very shortly. A festival called Boston Calling. Discovered a band that are playing very low down on the bill called GA20.
Oh.
It's not the best name in the world.
It's a bit J2O for me.
However, they are fucking brilliant.
Are they?
They're like a modern day version of like a 50s rock and roll rockabilly band.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like what the Black Keys should be doing now, but they don't because they're a pair of fannies. But no, GA20, an American band. I think they're from Boston. If you like your old 50s, 60s rockabilly music, you should go and check them out because they're fucking really good.
There you go.
GA-20.
There you go. It's a shit name, boys, but I'm willing to listen to if the Oracle himself has said it. So yeah, I think that's us for this week, probably. Episode 5. It's
in the hat.
We're not going to record all these together because we're definitely not just going to change our t-shirts because Nathan's going on holiday. We'll see you in the next one next week.
Yeah.
It will be next week. Forza Paroni sempre. See you later.
Get the badge in.
See you later. Lovely.